This is the updated Mazda CX-8 launched for the Malaysia market in July 2022. We got a new turbo engine, styling upgrades, as well as enhanced safety features. So in today's video, I'm going to help you decide whether is this 224,000 SUV the perfect car for you.
生命感あふれるダイナミックなデザインを味わっていただきたい。
Hello everybody, this is Adrian for WapCar.my and I'm all about the details. Prior to the update, the CX-8 looked a little bit underwhelming because of the vertical slats on the grille, which made it look a little bit too much like the CX-5, and which is a little bit potong steam lah, because the CX-8 positioning is actually closer to the bigger brother CX-9 than the 5. With the new vertical mesh-like grille, it gives the CX-8 the visual uplift it deserves to stand out from the rest of its siblings. The chrome touches flanked with the new 19-inch 10-spoke alloys adds a premium touch to the car's overall look. However, I'm not too sure about the roof rails. It feels like you're putting on a safety hat while dressed in a suit. Looks a little bit off. If I were to nitpick on the CX-8 exterior, it's only one thing. You see, the entire lighting system inside and out of the CX-8 are LED illuminated, except for the reversing lights, which is a little bit potong steam lah, given the car's premium aspirations and demeanor. The CX-8 is equipped with hands-free power tailgate as standard across all variants, so you have your keys in your pocket, do a kicking motion underneath the rear boot, and then it pops open. Now, being a 3-row SUV, of course space in the boot will be a tad bit limited if you have all 3 rows up, but as you can see, you can still fit a couple of suitcases for your family getaway. There's also hooks on either side that supports up to 3 kilograms of weight for your tapao stuff. But if you ever need more space, you can always fold the rear seats down. It folds all the way flat, so you get a very practical kind of loading bay. And down here, there's also extra storage space for your kind of air pumps, emergency kit, and whatnot. So yeah, now let's check out the interior. Seated inside, you get an impression of a snug, driver-focused cockpit, albeit a little bit too familiar because this layout has been with us for about 5 years now. You get an array of toys to play with, such as heated and ventilated seats, wireless charging tray, wireless Apple CarPlay, heads-up display, as well as a digital cluster. Quality is also impeccable here. You get soft touch materials that expands the entire width of the dashboard all the way down here. And listen to this. The clacky tactile feel on the rotary knobs is just so satisfying to hear. My only complaint in the cabin of the CX-8 is the image quality on the 360-degree camera, which is quite poor. It can get quite pixelated even during the daytime, and the stitching is not the most accurate. Now, I know for a fact that this is due to the camera's quality, not the screen resolution, because the screen here, the display is actually quite crisp and vibrant. Mazda is one of the very few mass market brands that pays incredible attention to detail. Now, I'll give you some examples. When you switch over to the ACC menu page on the instrument cluster and heads-up display, the image of the front car is actually a cutout of a Mazda. In any other brand, it will just be a generic icon of a vehicle. Now, not only that, when you try to adjust the display brightness on the instrument cluster, the brightness setting is actually linked to the background lighting on the other control switches in the cabin. I think this is just fantastic attention to detail. As for storage spaces, the CX-8 scores top marks in my books because the side door bins fit a large size water bottle. Now your phone goes to the wireless charging tray here, you get 2 cup holders. Center armrest opens up to a decent amount of storage space for your loose items. Now, something to note that if you're going to plug in your phone to Android Auto, you have to use the USB port that's located inside the center armrest. The rear doors on the CX-8 opens up to a near 90 degrees, so it makes ingress and egress a very graceful affair. Now, this one here is the 6-seater version with the center console, and I'm getting a little bit of that Maybach vibes, very boss-like ambience. Right, in terms of space, I have the front seat adjusted to my usual driving position and I'm 175 cm tall, and the middle row has a sliding function. If I slide it all the way forwards, I have about 1.5 tennis balls worth of knee room. All the way backwards, crossing my legs, easy. But if you're going to have passengers in the third row seats, you want to be considerate, and I think about this much of space, about 2 tennis balls worth of knee room, will be sufficient for everyone to be happy. Space in the footwell, aplenty, and you're able to slot your feet underneath the front seat for a very comfortable and supportive seating position, because the bolstering on the thigh here is very sufficient actually. Yeah, very comfortable back here. Right, amenities in here, you get dual layer back pockets on either side, automatic climate control, side sun blinds, and you have a center tunnel here, which you can fit your large size water bottle inside with 2 USB charging ports, 2 cup holders, and heated function for the middle row seats. Getting to the third row seats in the CX-8, you pull a lever here and the middle row just folds and slides forwards. Now this one doesn't do that tumble up thing, so getting to the third row seats can be a tad bit challenging, especially for older folks. Once you get in and you have seats adjusted, yeah. So I have the middle row seats adjusted to just now's position, and look, I have about 1.5 tennis balls worth of knee room, and I'm able to kind of slot my feet underneath the front seat for a much more comfortable seating position. And the entire footwell is also quite flat and not raised, so yeah, adults can get quite comfortable back here. Now, despite the third row seats don't have recline adjustments, I feel that the recline angle is very kind of ergonomic, comfortable for long distance journeys. Amenities back here, you get USB charging ports, 1 for each third row passenger, and the side bin here, you're able to fit a large size water bottle. So yeah, adults, quite comfortable back here. This 2.5 turbo petrol is the engine that I've been lusting to come into the CX-8. Yes, the 2.5 NA is quite sufficient in town, but it lacks that absolute grunt when you really want to go. And some of you may not be too comfortable with a diesel engine, so this 2.5 turbo petrol just hits the sweet spot. And this engine is a very underrated engine. Power delivery is linear, engine feels creamy, and you feel the torque all the way up to the 6,200 RPM red line. It transforms not only the driving experience but also the passenger comfort, because you don't have to make the engine scream to get going. And you find yourself enjoy the well-insulated cabin a touch more than the 2.5 NA. Now, driving the CX-8 feels like a yacht, and I mean it in a very good way. It feels big, comfortable, relaxed, and luxurious. It's partly due to the new addition of G Vectoring Control Plus, or GVC Plus for short, which adds brake vectoring on top of the regular GVC's torque vectoring. So what this GVC does essentially is that it counteracts the sideways G-force, which effectively minimizes the body movements of the passengers through the corners. Better to be experienced than explained, so let me show you. Notice how Celine's head movement is less aggressive in the CX-8 with GVC compared to a car without GVC. In a nutshell, lesser body movement, happier passengers. Despite being a large SUV, Mazda did not sacrifice the Jinba-itai-ness in the CX-8. The steering feels intuitive, progressive, fluid. Coupled with the pliant suspension, you feel exactly what the car is doing from front to rear. It's a very easy car to get comfortable with. An addition to the 2022 CX-8 is that on all high variants, it now comes with ADAS, which bundles AEB, ACC with stop and go traffic assist, as well as lane keep assist. And it works brilliantly well on Malaysian roads, and it dramatically reduces driving fatigue, especially on long distances. Now, something to note that it does not come with steering assist, which means it doesn't help you semi-autonomously steer through the corners. But that's okay, because I'd gladly and happily steer the CX-8 around the corners myself. At this side of 200,000 ringgit, nothing else comes close to the CX-8's kit. It even comes with front double glazed windows. The only other car with this feature is the CX-5. Performance, safety, features, comfort, luxury, and practicality. I feel that the CX-8 is a far more complete package compared to its rivals, as not just a family car, but also a chauffeured driven car. Yes, you heard me right, a chauffeured driven car. I mean, why not? The CX-8 checks all the right boxes as a bossmobile. But let me know in the comment section below whether would you pick this CX-8 as your family car or as a chauffeur driven car. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Instead of the resolution, sorry, a little bit